So today we got back and biceps. I'm here with my friend Leanne, who is my nutritionist, new nutritionist, because I'm not too good at tracking calories and whatnot, so she's a pro. But you just want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Leanne. I've worked out in the gym for several years and lately been more interested in nutrition and optimizing nutrition and recovery to get the most out of each workout, and seeing those results show up has been exciting and encouraging, and I'm excited to get into this workout.
Yep. So we're gonna get into it. I'm definitely gonna be learning some things from her, so let's get into it. All right, so how do you usually structure your sets? Like, do you do 4 sets of 10, 2 sets to failure?
Yeah, lately I've been doing, I'll do my heaviest weight that I can do 8 reps of.
Okay.
And then I'll do those 8, and then I go down in weight and I still go for 8, and I do about 4 sets.
Okay, awesome. So you think, so I need to put as much weight as I can do on there for 8?
As many, yeah,
Okay.
as much weight as you can do 8 of. And so we're trying to recruit all the muscle fibers we can in the beginning to get them active. That way in the later sets,
like
those muscle
pre-exhaustion?
fibers, right, are already active.
Cool. That's fine. Good.
And when you do it, do you ever think about kind of putting your shoulders back and down, like retracting them back and down?
Kind of like this?
Yeah.
Like that, kind of?
Yeah. There we go. Whenever I'm doing a pull down, I'm always gonna come down and kind of take my shoulders and set them down and back, and that will engage the lats, you know, rather than it being a lot of trap. And that's how you take the traps out.
Because
if you have traps that take over,
Yep.
that's how you can disengage them.
And a lot of people will go straight up. So they'll sit down and they'll be straight up pulling down like this.
Yeah.
Now that does not activate that as well, do you think?
I don't think so,
That's
right?
why I've always gone back.
Yeah. So
I
if I'm sitting like this, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna roll my shoulders back and down. And when I'm coming down, I'm thinking about putting my elbows in my back pockets, kind of like the bottom of an angel's wing, you know, and that way you're really kind of trying to squeeze at the bottom.
Gotcha. Perfect.
And when you're doing a row, it's similar. You're going to kind of roll those shoulders back, and that puts the chest up.
Okay.
And you're going to be bringing it in, and that'll kind of isolate those same.
Okay.
In the same way.
Awesome.
It's a recoil or whatever kind of. So this is normal, and then like that's the engaged.
Gotcha. Sweet.
Okay.
All right. And then you drop the weight usually?
I usually drop the weight a little bit because I'm already a little tired, so I know that. And we're also going to do a few different variations of pull down.
Okay.
So you know, you don't want to gas out in the beginning.
You don't want to blow them up. You just want to pre-exhaust.
Yeah. And there you go. Yeah. Nice. I'm gonna really try and think about slowing down on the negative, so that when I'm pulling down, it's a count of 1, and when I'm going back up, it'll be maybe 1.5 or 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna try that.
Gotcha. And that right there can make all the difference, really.
Yeah, it's increasing the time under tension. It really helps you to squeeze every last bit of effort out of each rep. And they say controlling the negative is where you're going to see a lot of hypertrophy.
Yep.
And I've found that to be true so far.
Yep. Now, do you want to explain what that is? Hypertrophy?
That's just muscle growth, muscle getting larger.
Hypertrophy?
Hypertrophy, yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
I probably read it more than I've said it.
Yep.
So I guess I probably don't have the pronunciation perfect.
Yep.
Yeah. or even doing that half stop, halfway up, that kind of tricks the muscle because it thinks it knows what's about to happen. And our bodies are so good at adapting that anything you can do to change up your training technique is going to really get your body's attention. Nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Yeah, that makes a world of difference.
Yeah. On the pull downs, when we recoiled our shoulders back and down, we're going to kind of do the same thing when we get in position. We're going to roll our shoulders back. It's going to send our chest up, and we're just going to kind of stay right here.
Okay.
We don't need to overextend. You know, we don't want it to become a shoulder exercise.
Yep.
We don't want to just, shift the strain from the back to the shoulders, back to the back.
Yep.
A lot of moving parts there. So once you get in position, you roll those shoulders back. It's really about squeezing and bringing the lats together, the back of your back together.
Gotcha.
So try it out.
Took the 8 on these. Same thing as I usually do in my back workouts. Just like she said, focus on rolling the shoulders back and pinching the shoulder blades together. So, critique my form if I'm not doing this right. I gotta bring my body weight so I'm not pulling it. Going right there?
Yep, perfect. Yeah. Nice.
And do you do the same thing about pausing? So like 1, 2? Okay.
Yep. You're going to use that negative to your advantage, really squeeze as much as you can out of each rep by going slower on the negative. Or you can even pause and hold, but that'll also kind of wear you out fast, so I might save that towards the end of your reps of the set. But definitely doing a slower negative is a great idea. I like how your chest is staying still. You know, you're not doing a lot of leaning backward or forward. Your chest is up to the sky.
Yeah.
Great. You're gonna roll those shoulders back. Perfect. All right, so now we're gonna do some pull downs with a little bit different grip to target a different part of the back.
Okay.
We're gonna do reverse grip pull downs.
Okay.
We're gonna focus on really squeezing at the bottom. You're gonna feel your lats touch the back of your arm. You know, when you're at the bottom, you really wanna think about that connection of the lat popping out there. And we're gonna go for the heaviest weight we can do 8 of.
Okay.
And then we're gonna back off and do 4 sets.
Cool.
Sometimes I will use the lifting straps to do these, the hooks, so that then I can really focus on
engaging these as much.
Yeah, and I can focus on just the muscle in the back.
Yep.
That is an option.
Yep.
But, I mean, people will say that it doesn't help your grip strength to do that, but there's lots of other exercises I can do to strengthen my grip strength.
Exactly.
So this one I'm going to make sure I'm cocked back and recoiled, and I'm squeezing at the bottom.
Okay.
And then a slow on my way back up, squeezing at the bottom, slower on the way up, then down.
Now, what is the difference, if you know the difference between doing these and then the regular lat pull downs?
It targets a different part of your lats, right?
Okay.
So the ones that are out to the side, I think, target the lower outer, and the ones where you're pulling down underneath are going to target more of the inner part of your back.
Okay.
It's still going to work all of your lats, but as far as the target, and the reason I would do a little bit of all of them is to have a well-rounded back.
Gotcha.
As far as width and thickness.
Gotcha. Cock back like that?
Yep, recoiled back, that's good. Okay. And then you're gonna just bring it down and make sure it's squeezed. Like right there, you're feeling those muscles make contact back there, and you're getting a good squeeze at the bottom. It's a good tempo.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. So with the pull down, it's mainly lats, especially with a closer grip. And then your biceps rhomboids and teres major. When you do wide grip, it does lats and rear delts.
Okay.
So that's something to note.
Okay.
On the rows, depending on your grip width, there's usually like a chart that I've used. Yeah, so the wide grip pull down does do it wider. So
Okay.
let's do just double check what the V grip does. Yeah, so it's gonna, if you do a V grip pull down, it's gonna be the same, the lats, and then the thickness. So closer grip is gonna be the thickness of the back, it says, which is kind of like in that middle part, like what we were talking about. All right, so I guess we'll go ahead and do that. All right, so now we're back over here. We're gonna do some more rows. We're gonna use a V bar. That's gonna give us a closer grip, and it's gonna let us, we really wanna work on getting the V as close to our abdomen while keeping our elbows tucked. We don't want our elbows to flare out. We want them to stay tucked. This is gonna focus on our lats, but also some of the middle of our back as far as the thickness. And just to give a well-rounded, sculpted back. That's why we're doing so many variations of these, is so that it provides symmetry and an overall balanced finished product. So, awesome. I really was trying to think about the movement and the muscles, and then next time I'm going to work on slowing it down a little bit and using that negative.
Yep. Okay.
Just like before, but.
You look good with that?
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect. That looks great. You had your chest up, your shoulders were back, your elbows were tucked, so.
Awesome.
Perfect. Target the center of the back. We're looking for thickness of the back, full development of the back, not just width. And so when we're going to pull down, we're going to again focus on feeling our lat touching our tricep and squeezing at the bottom, but you're also going to feel it really in the center of your back. So it's going to be a little different. We're going to still retract our shoulders back like we have in all these moves.
And are you coming back, or are you staying like right here?
I pretty much don't lean back. Okay. I've heard leaning back is okay some, especially if you have on a hat. You're gonna have to lean back a little, you know.
Are you coming down right here?
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna bring it till my triceps and my lats are touching, and I'm fully flexed in that area. And then I'm gonna try and really transfer the squeeze to the middle of the back. Once you're down here, these guys are touching. That's when you want to really push and squeeze right there.
Oh yeah.
So once you get it down, squeeze. And there we go. So your pinky is kind of towards the sky, and then as you bring it back, you're gonna flip your grip and pull back. And then you're gonna roll it back and feel it all the way down through here, trying to stretch. And that's also where you're kind of pulling from, is from the lower lat. Trying to imagine pulling it from the lower lat. You're doing really good to keep your chest forward, and not pivot too much.
That isolation really just...
It does kind of, and if you can...
It makes it feel good.
Yeah, I'll show you on the pull downs in a minute. We'll do 2 sets over here, and then we'll do 2 sets over there. Okay. I don't really believe in finisher exercises, but at this point, the rest of my lat is pretty exhausted, so I can really try and think about the lower lat. I do half my creatine before my workout and half afterwards. And then,
why is that?
I've been using a pre-workout called Bulk from Transparent Labs. Love that stuff.
Okay.
It's got...
What does it do, like, if you take it before and after? What is the difference between that?
Well, I figure that way, there's a lot of controversy, around taking your creatine before a workout, because it can make you stronger in the gym, or should you take it after your workout because it'll help with recovery. So this way, I'm getting a little bit of both.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. I've always mixed mine with my pre-workout, and then I'll drink it together.
Yeah.
But
It's kind of an interesting movement with the shoulder. So anyone
Yeah.
with shoulder problems might want to go tread slowly on this one just because
Yeah.
there's a lot of rotation involved
Yeah.
in it. So if you have any shoulder issues, this may not be
Definitely.
worth it
Yeah.
to try this one. All right. So this is similar to the other side. I'm going to go lightly. I'm going to have my body kind of cocked to the opposite side of my arm. If I'm doing my right arm, I'm going to be cocked to my left. I'm going to hold on kind of here to brace myself. And when I pull down, I'm going to start with my hand with the overhand grip.
Okay.
But by the time I come down, I'm going to lower an underhand grip. I'm really feeling it squeeze right here.
Okay.
I don't have to touch that muscle to know that that's where it is. But sometimes if you don't have that developed, I can remember in the beginning feeling for it, and you do feel the contraction right there. I'm not huge into ab work because I want a tight waist, not a wide waist. But this is a way to get the area where those lower lats tie in to get a little bit of tightness. When I get to the top, I'm not letting it go. I'm keeping it under tension.
Yep.
And then I'm going to switch sides. So I'm doing the left hand. I'm going to be shifted to the right, starting with the overhand grip.
Okay.
I'm pulling down. I'm going to really try and put my elbow in my back pocket is what I'm thinking about. That's my visual.
Yep.
And then I'm going to really try and squeeze the muscle like you're squeezing as much water out of a rag as you can
Gotcha.
at the bottom. So there's
Good
some
analogy.
visuals. Right now I can kind of feel it burning right here.
Yep.
It's actually really contracting.
Yep. So that's going to complete our back day. We didn't end up doing biceps just because back day we just handled it and it took about an hour and a half. So, but overall, really good workout. Definitely learned a lot. Hopefully, you guys learned a lot also. So, you know, she's great, but.
Yeah, I think it's a really great workout. Definitely got to focus on some of my favorite things, which is the tempo of focusing on the negative, really trying to get that hypertrophy through focusing on the negative, time under tension, isolating, trying to make that mind-muscle connection and squeezing as much as you can out of each rep, not being in a hurry, really making it worth every second that your muscle is under tension. I think you're going to get some great results. I'm super excited.
So hopefully you guys learned a lot from that. I did. I know I did. So thank you guys for watching. See you on the next video.